This is David at Barnyard Bees. It's October 1st, 2018. And what I'm doing today is some splits with our mated queens. So the previous video I did, it showed how these splits that we done September 5th, almost a month ago, are busting at the seams and need something done with them. So we're going to go ahead. It's October 1st here in North Georgia, depending where you're at in the country. It's getting close to stop doing splits, but with a mated queen, and the temperature is still nice and warm, predicting good temperatures. No sign of any cool spells so far, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do about 16 splits here. And that's what I'm doing. Let me show you this, because I show this every day, every video, to try to give an example. Look how the bees are decreasing in this feeder now. There's not hardly any bees in. I know I'm jumping subjects here, but I just want to show you this real fast. Because I talk about how when it's wet and rainy, how the bees need a source to eat. Well, it's not raining 3 days. So now, look how the bees are decreasing. If you look back at my other videos with the pollen feeder, and they're just not touching it much today. Well, that's because everything's dried out. They're getting their pollen sources from the goldenrod. So I just want to show that to you real quick to explain to you how that works. But anyway, what I'm doing now, here's how I do these splits. I've already pulled this up a second ago and found the queen, if she's still there. Well, she may have come off or went to the other side. Let's see. Well, she may have stepped over to the other frame, because I just had to set that down, or she may have walked over on the side of the box, or I'm just not spotting her. Somebody will watch the video and go, there she is. Let's see. Well, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time looking for the queen, because that takes up time on the videos. So, saying that, let me put it on pause and we'll find that queen. I'll come right back. Well, I knew that would happen. About as soon as I set the camera down and picked the frame up, she is right there. You can see her. She's right there on the very bottom of that frame right there. So here's what I'm going to do. When I do these splits like this, I got my boxes down here cleaned out. Got my beetle barn in. Please make sure you get your beetle barn in there. Especially this time of year, we're fighting against a lot of hive beetles and such. So what I do, when I do these splits like right now, I'm gonna move 3 frames over with the queen. The queen's in this box, moved from this box up here. Remember, this is with a mated queen. Now, some of these bees will fly back, but the queen's in that box, which will hold a few of them, or most of them. A lot of the foragers will come back here, but I'll move 3 frames total, and that'll leave enough strength. Now here's a good, that frame there had some pollen and honey. This frame here's got a lot of cap brood, so I'll definitely move it over. So there's frame 2. And I'll leave, basically what I want to do here is leave a good frame that still has a little bit of honey and pollen. Okay, this one's got some honey. There's no problem if they don't have a lot of pollen, because they'll be able to find it, because all they're going to do is take a couple steps behind me to get all they need. So if they run short, they definitely know where to get it. So I'm going to put this frame back in here. And this, select another frame here. This has got some honey and brood in this one. Let's see, I'm going to set it to the side just for a second, because I want to see what this frame here looks like. Look, you know, I always talk about never getting stung. It happens. Look here. She just popped me there on the arm. I won't lie to you. When they sting me, I'll tell you about it. Okay, this one's packed full of honey, pollen, and I don't see any brood on it, so I'm gonna move it over because we got the queen over here, so she's gonna continue to laying. And so what I'll do now, I've got a couple frames here that's drawn out. That's actually from some rob outs. And I'm gonna drop it right in there beside them. She'll start, you don't have to have this, but if you have it, use it. I can also just put starter strips in here. Now that'll be enough for them, and I'll put a starter strip right here on this side, right here beside it. And then I'll put the feeder back on and filled up, and it'll be good to go. Now remember, as you get towards fall, the bees will get more and more agitated. They get more into a protection mode. So even though our bees are calm and gentle 99% of the time, they still sting. I mean, they're bees. And I'm not gonna fib to you, when times change, when it's bad conditions, it's not a bad condition, it's beautiful out today. It's probably 75 degrees, but it's getting to be that time of year. We're in October, so they're getting more into a protection mode. So yeah, they can sting you. And I've got hit with this hive, I'll be honest, probably about 3 times. I just got hit on the finger and on the arm there, and I showed it to you. So here's what we'll do. Remember, I moved most of, now the new queen will go in this hive right here. So I'll stagger these frames, every other one. Just like that. And then put my feeder on top. And then usually what I do, when I do a split like this, or one that I know needs queen, I'll mark it anyway. But I usually get a magic marker, and I'll write a note on it. I always got all kind of notes on here, and I usually put the date on here. It's 10/1/18, and then I'll mark NQ, no queen, needs queen, however you want to interpret it. And then I'll mark that one as well down there, because I want to know which one that I put her in. So I know to come back a few hours later, preferably 8 hours is ideal. You remember, 8 hours is ideal when you do these splits. It's good to. It doesn't have to be exact. It can be 5, it can be 12, but 8 is ideal, just so everyone knows that. So that hive down there just needs one more. I'm hoping I don't make everybody dizzy from jumping back and forth too much. But I'm just in the habit of moving fast in the bee yard. So right there it is. I'll put my feeder back on, put my lid on. Some of these lids is dark like this, make it hard to see the marker. I'll also mark it. It's always good to put your notes on. I just put any kind of notes on there that'll tell me what's in here, so I know. So I know it has a queen. It was from a split. And that's about it. I just want to show that to you, how we do a fall split. With any of these, you know, we use these little screen reducers that also are fully ventilated, so they work very good. And I've showed that in previous videos. So it's reduced down where it can't get robbed. Make sure you got your beetle barn in there. We sell them at the store if you need them. Come get them. Bee pollen, whatever you need. I always tell people that Not particularly to sell it, just to get you to get it. Now, if you want to you find it somewhere else you want to get it, be my guest, that's fine. I'm just trying to get people to use these things because they work so good. But that's about it. Then we'll end the video. We did our split. I'm gonna go down through here. I got 15 more, 14 more to do. And I'll mark them and just keep on going. And don't forget, click on the little bell, like and subscribe. Don't forget, if you need the bees for next year, we're taking deposits or full payments in right now, barnyardbees.com. Thanks for watching. Barnyard Bees.